Welcome to Cedar Falls Tourism Talk. I'm Adam Bolander, and today we're at what might be the most comfortable setting we've had yet, out here at the Patch on the north side of Cedar Falls with Whitney from Lux Pop-Ups. Whitney, thanks for joining us today. So we're going to get started here, Whitney. I just want you to tell everybody, this is kind of a new concept to Cedar Falls and the Cedar Valley area. What is Lux Pop-Ups and how did it get started?
That's a great question. A lot of people don't understand the concept of it. It started in Asheville, North Carolina, where I moved from about a year ago, and it was formerly known as Lux Pop-Up Picnics. I wanted to find a way to channel my creative side, but also help others, and that kind of just came in the form of Lux Pop-Up Picnics. Setting up these luxury style picnics like this setting in the mountains, which is really beautiful. And then when I relocated here, I kind of had to change that business plan a little bit, just because, as you can tell, we're not going to be able to have picnics.
Cools off a little.
Yes.
This concept here, obviously we're set up for just the two of us.
Yeah.
How many people could you have at a Lux Pop-Up?
That's on a booking by booking basis. So I've worked with many sororities in the area, actually at UNI, Iowa State, and then Iowa. And you can imagine that some of those sororities are very large, up to 150. Now, did I seat all of them? No, but I made sure to provide food for them. So on average, seating right now, what that looks like is probably 45 people, where I can do long table settings. But I won't necessarily turn anyone down that wants to try and seat more than 45 people, as long as, they have we can kind of settle on a location, or they have a location in mind, and it's just something I factor into the budgeting when quoting and pricing comes along.
Sure, yeah. So talking about pricing a little bit, what does the cost of a pop-up typically range from?
So this specific setup, for guests 2 to 4 people, you're looking at about $60 an hour.
Oh, okay.
That's not including any of the add-ons like charcuterie boards and outdoor games like that. But roughly $60 an hour. It just really kind of depends on what those people that are coming to me for services are really looking for.
Sure. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of different locations over the years of doing Lux Pop-Ups in Iowa and also outside of Iowa.
Yeah.
But let's just talk Iowa here for a second. What's your favorite location here to do a Lux Pop-Up? If you had to recommend somebody to do one, where would you say do it at?
So I guess it's kind of biased because we're literally sitting here right now, but I've really been enjoying these pop-up picnics at the Patch. It allows families to kind of come in, and also couples to come in and have not just this experience, but go around the Patch and experience everything that the Patch has to offer. So I've really enjoyed this location. We recently had a really awesome pop-up at Hanson Dairy over in Hudson, and that was really amazing. The turnout was, I think, roughly 40 people.
Wow.
And that was a really good experience.
So you could really do them anywhere, though.
Yeah, I've done home visits.
When you start kind of going around Cedar Falls and thinking of all the unique things that Cedar Falls has to offer, and now we can throw Lux Pop-Ups into the mix of it, which is really cool and really unique. What's the future of Lux Pop-Ups look like? Do you want to partner with more businesses? Do you want to do events? Where do you see your future?
So right now, my biggest focus is partnering with local businesses. I would like to eventually be that go-to company where, especially just employers contact me to host their holiday parties when it comes up. Kind of take that guesswork out of things. I see all these businesses, especially downtown, that do a really good job at noticing their employees and kind of creating that close-knit community.
Sure.
And they do these really fun events with them, or at least I see that on social media. And if I could kind of be a part of, giving back to them, I think that would be something cool that I'd like to eventually kind of work into.
where can people go to see the setup and kind of get inspired to want to have a setup themselves?
I've been doing a pretty good job lately, as of late, making sure that I'm just uploading as much content on social media and my website. So I'm in the process right now of really updating that website and just loading the gallery with every single photo I have of events that I've done in the past, just so people can kind of see all of the possibilities. So I think that's probably the best way to get information and kind of be inspired, like you said. Social media, website, look at photos. I'm hoping to get more, reviews on there so people can kind of see what others have to say based off of their experience. And I'm pretty transparent, so if you reach out to me via email or my phone's on the website too, I'll answer all the questions that people have.
All right, awesome. Go follow Lux Pop-Ups on social media for sure. The mic is all yours. Whatever you want to tell everybody before we wrap things up here, go for it.
Yeah, the number one thing that I'd like to share with the community is I'm just kind of here to help you make special days a little bit easier on you. So kind of take that guesswork out of planning. A lot of people like to host, but they don't like, the work that has to go into it. And that's kind of where I come into play. Put all that stress and that planning on me. It's something I enjoy, and I promise I'll make it special.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode of Cedar Falls Tourism Talk. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook for future episodes.